And we are in the game.
I don't know why I pressed. So sorry for just talking rubbish. That means nothing to you guys on stream. I was just slightly concerned momentarily. And we are in game 2-1 right now to Hoa. And they'll be starting with that green Protoss player once again here in the bottom right hand corner. Can he take 3 wins in a row to move his team to 3-1 in this best of 7? Freddy in the lower right hand corner as the green Protoss. Can he take down Veriol, the yellow circle player from eSuba in the top left corner? He is the captain for eSuba's academy. He's also a player though, which is quite common for academy teams, you know, just to have their captain be one of the players. And yeah, let's see how successful this is going to be, and how successful Veriol may be. I mean, he's taken some games before in the team league, some very important games before, even from Grandmaster level players, which I think it'd be fair to say Veriol isn't quite at that Grandmaster level himself. But he has taken games off of GMs before in the team league, so anything is possible here.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I wouldn't underestimate any of these players at the moment. Anything can happen in the game of StarCraft, as we have witnessed in the first 2 games that we have casted today. Especially in them replays, that was just insane. You never know what that player, sometimes his decision making could be bad, the next match could be absolutely amazing and outwit your opponent. But I would not go into a game underestimating your opponent. That's something I see a lot of players do, and they regret it after that game. They say to me, oh, I should not have underestimated him, because it actually makes you feel a little bit more cocky. So you play a little bit unsafe, where you usually would play safe in that scenario. But I definitely think both of these players are just going to be playing as safe and as best as they possibly can.
Sidrian moving out here, and you know, as you say, playing as safe as you can, just pull first. Again, nothing crazy. And Freddy's just getting his double glasses up, and we saw him play against the Zig player Chaos just last time. He went for this gateway expand again. And very possible that we just see the exact same opening from him, at least with the gateways, the same gas timing, the same ship core timing. Just taking his nexus at the same time, because it's just a very standard way to open. And if you go in for gateway expand, there's only so many ways you can throw down things in that order. So I'd be interested to see if he goes for that 2 zealot move across the map again. Because, I mean, Veriol may be very well aware that that could happen after seeing it happen last game, and maybe be better prepared. So we'll see if he wants to go for that. We'll generally see if he starts up a second zealot or not in the next few moments.
I definitely think that is a massive possibility right now. I think that may be something that he may be looking to go for. He did do it last game, if I'm correct in saying that. And it did do a slight bit of damage. You got 3 to 4 drones. And 3 to 4 drones in ZVP is actually massive, because if you can put the Zerg player behind by any amount, it's a good amount. That's definitely one thing about the matchup.
Maybe we should pause a bad pot out here. And I mean, just obviously good defensively. He'll just keep it out the front of his natural, most likely. Very rare we'll see it move across the map. In PvZ at least. So, because I mean, if you move it across the map and you get aggressive, the possibility of Lings coming in is quite high. That being said, he starts to move out a bit far, but no, he just outside his natural. So, very defensive position here for Freddy, and just getting a sentry out now. So he's changing up his opening a little bit here, not sending them initial zealots across the map. In fact, he did cancel his. No, he doesn't. His zealot's actually in the wall. I just didn't see it there. So, just one zealot sentry now. Corona Booster's warp gate. Adding on 2 more gateways. I'd be surprised if he really got too aggressive with this, because he doesn't have a probe out on the map. But surprised he invested warp gate in Corona Boost into his warp gate instead of just Corona Boosting out as many probes as possible.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing. I'm actually quite interested in this. There is 2 gateways of one off. Is he going to throw down a third one? No, he's going to throw down a fourth behind this. This is sort of maybe a free gate fresher, and maybe some type of all-in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's still Corona Boosting that side of Nex core, but I mean, the only reason I can think of that is because he wants to warp in units soon, which means he probably wants to warp in a bunch of sentries, which would make sense because he's got a lot of gas. But he's investing in the forge, so what does he do? He basically sacrifices 4 workers to, well, not 4, maybe you get 2.5 or something. I don't know. Well, he gets some workers up a bit slower to warp in some sentries faster to get a bit more energy. So I think saying 2 base all in is a pretty good way to say, but no, he actually warps in a Stalker to kill off this Overlord first, and he warps in some Zealots. Well, okay, he does have a pylon up, but okay, I'm so stupid. I didn't even realize he had a pylon on his opponent's side of the map. Oh my god.
I don't think this is going to do too much damage though. There is length
No.
of speed.
Just to pause, yeah, this is the thing with free gateways. You don't do damage, right? Like,
No.
because he doesn't commit enough to it. Like, he doesn't even have all those units there. He's missing 2 sentries, a stalker. He's invested into a forge with +1. Like, there's just not enough investment here to do anything. And you know, it wasn't a mega greedy expansion from Veriol. Now maybe if Veriol had gone free hash before gas, you know, then he may find himself in an issue. But with this speed up, these zealots, they can literally sit on this pylon and do nothing. And a roach warren on the way, and I mean, Veriol's not going to make any more Zerglings. He's just going to wait for his roaches, and these zealots shouldn't be able to kill that third base in time. That being said, there's not many lava over at that third base, so... but I mean, as well, Freddy's just taking so long to move away from this pylon here.
Yeah.
Twilight Council on the way, so I mean, just a +2 7-gate blink all in, almost definitely. You know, just a slight pressure into that. If he kills off the third base, it becomes very hard for him to hold. And there's some stalkers coming in here.
Ooh.
These roaches aren't here just in time just yet, so maybe this is actually going to work out a lot better than we thought it would. The first roaches are starting to pop out here, but 2 of them are going to get caught off for basically free. And not much damage going down, and this base might very well be in trouble. But Lings are now coming in, a couple more roaches are coming in as well. And it's going to come down to how well he targets them. Well, Freddy's actually going to just target the base down straight away, and then recalls out, so great push by him. And there's that +2. Probably expect to see that blink play coming up sometime soon. At the same time, we saw an overlord coming into that natural and getting killed off. Doesn't really achieve anything. Counter attack of Lings now going on. It's actually a DT shrine, so
Yep.
not what I thought it would be. Just a DT shrine and a robot, so looking at another way of closing this out. But once you take down that third base, like, a 2-base all in is the way to go, because the Zerg player doesn't have the production to just hold it off.
It's not also the Russian, you need the economy to be able to pump out the amount of units. Because the Protoss player's been sitting back so long on that 2-base, not even worrying about getting the third base, not even worrying about probing up, that he can afford to get them Immortals out and Chrono Boost them to get them out in that amount of time. But when a Zerg player don't have the economy or a larva, he finds it extremely hard, and I honestly am interested to see. He does anyway go for double upgrades. I don't think that was the right choice. He doesn't have the economy to be able to afford that and also pump out roaches. He has not seen a third base go down yet. So I'm actually really interested in what's going to happen here. But so far we do see Veriol. I think he's going to try and move down here and take a third base. He is putting pylons out and out around the map. So far he's going to kill that Linger off. So maybe he might fake it, but there is a huge amount of irons springing down the map right now. Will he be able to stop these?
Yeah, I think he will. He's got the force fields, which is basically can stop anything.
Yeah.
He gets a Warp Prism, and yeah, he's definitely going to take a third base, because I mean, there's nothing he can do to commit to only 2 bases now. The DT's missed going into the Warp Prism, and there we go. So basically, there's nothing he could do here to like not take a third base, because he's got no kind of big follow up. These Lings will spot this Warp Prism, which is really nice for Veriol. And now he knows a Warp Prism's on the map. But does he have detection? Well, he builds a Spine Coil in his mineral line, but that's not going to help. He needs detection. He doesn't have any overseers, at least from what I can see. He's actually making 1 over at his third base and 1 in his main base. So okay, the DTs will be stopped. But still, I mean, as long as these DTs don't die, which they probably won't if they've got the Warp Prism to get out with, it's okay. And actually, 4 DTs, they killed the Spine Coil so quickly. He has to invest some more army over there if he's going to be safe from this.
Yeah, definitely damage done so far has been pretty decent, I'm gonna say that. He is getting the Have right now. Oh, 4 DTs are warping in.
Yeah, 4 DTs, this Spine Coil goes down immediately, and you know, even if not many drones die, the Queen... Okay, he's gonna go for the Infestation Pit, and with these roaches making a bit of a mistake there, nice pickup on that single DT. Wow, that was so smart. He pulls the hurt DT away and picks it up before he picks up the others, and I don't know why he's trying to drop now. He's just trying to be a little bit too fancy maybe, but moving to the right hand side as well, he's keeping this army in the base, and you know, Veriol doesn't have anything. He's got a few roaches, but that's it. And this army with +2 is very, very strong, and this base may go down. Now the roaches are getting into position, some Lings are about to pop out, but Veriol altogether is on very low tech, and these DTs drop again in this main base, and Veriol's down to 42 drones against 67 probes. And as long as this fight doesn't go too badly, which it shouldn't, because there's a recall if it does start to go badly, you know, it's going to be completely fine. He does mess up the force seals there, and you know, that's exactly what I mean. recall
Yeah.
straight out. It doesn't matter.
We do have classes on the way right now with thermal thermal lands being researched, and also blank coming down. So he does have a decent starter count, and especially with classes coming into play right now, and especially with the composition that he's on, he's not the Zerg player is now on free base saturation, and 2-2 hasn't even been started yet. So really, the Protoss player has a great chance right now to take this game. I honestly feel, with +3 coming down and the Protoss player being ahead in upgrades, that is the position that you don't want to be as a Zerg player. More DT drops are consistently happening here, constantly harassing no matter what time of the point it is, which I have to commend Freddy for doing. His harassment throughout this game has been brilliant. Even though there's been spines and spores, he's continued to deal with it. He is strong. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he's doing such a good job.
Yeah, he is. He's just not letting it down. He is using that War Prison to its full potential. He is trying to move out again here with this one classes. I don't know if it can do too much because there is a decent link count. He is going to need to be able to force field quite well. And I think he's going to try and stop this fourth base from going down right now. But he is going to come back to the second classes.
This, I mean, the resources loss is just so in favour of Freddy, and I mean, the thing is that doesn't even tell the whole story here. The fact is, Veriol, he has no tech. He's got Vipers, yes, but Ling, Roach, Viper, you know, like the Hydras are the real thing which deal damage, and you know, Roaches are generally there to tank, or the Lings are there to tank, and you've basically got 2 tanky units and nothing which actually does damage. And you know that trio of force fields is so standard against a hatchery, which is at a choke, especially on this map, where you just throw them force fields down and there's no way you can actually defend the base if you're not in position. So Pro's player doing a great job here, and once again he's going to be, you know, just as you would expect, just being aggressive, and he's got another recall available if he needs it, and DTs and Zealots in the main base again, so the harassment continues here. And I mean, now he also has an army to really fight with too. Viper's moving forward. No Templars just yet, so no feedback, so we could see some dubs. That being said, though, one Viper nearly goes down, and that would be a huge loss here very quickly. And he's actually just going to recall out of here again, and this is just so smart because he knows he's killing off the main base. The Hive is going to go down. With a force field on the ramp as well, this just bought him enough time to get that Hive down, and so much damage done, he knows he just didn't need to commit to a fight. A 4th base coming up, and Freddy is just playing so well here today.
Oh, absolutely amazing play coming out from Freddy right now. This is fucking amazing play. It's just unbelievable to watch this.
I'm genuinely impressed. Like,
yeah.
Now, I mean, no offense to eSuba, but Veriol, you know, KRAS, 1T, they're not GM players. They're on the academy team for a reason.
Yeah.
But they're still great players. They're still in the high master region. But I mean, Freddy's just playing so well against them for being a master player himself, and the games he's putting out are brilliant. A Blinding Cloud goes down. This is a really nice Blinding Cloud, but this a Colossus comes in, and another Colossus, two Colossus as well. With the army, one gets yanked forward, but the DPS is just so low. It takes them about 5 seconds to kill the Colossi, which is right next to them. And these Roaches are all just going to go down. Veriol has absolutely nothing left. 50 supply down. The force fields are brilliant, and absolutely everything dies. Freddy is absolutely unstoppable here, taking his 3rd map in a row.
Ooh, that was hot.